So you're scrolling through the internet, and suddenly you see a spider glowing in the dark. Like, really glowing. You're like, wait, is that a spider or a disco ball? You think, oh, it's just a normal spider, but it's in a dark room with a flashlight. But no, it's actually glowing on its own. Like, no power source. Just spider magic. So, you're like, how does it even see in the dark? Is it like a night vision mode for spiders? And then you remember, it's not seeing, it's glowing. But here's the thing. It's not just glowing for show. It's actually using that glow to navigate, like a built-in flashlight. No need for batteries, just spider biology. So, the next time you see a glowing spider, don't be creeped out. Be amazed. It's like a spider with a glow stick in its backpack, walking around in the dark. So what exactly are we talking about? Let me be clear, we're not talking about spiders that glow like a disco ball. No, we're talking about spiders that glow like a faint, spooky light in the dark. Think of them as the ghostly glow of a nightlight, but with 8 legs and a creepy face. These aren't the spiders that light up your room. These are the spiders that light up your night. They're the kind of spider that, if you're lost in the woods, you might spot them flickering like a tiny lantern. It's like a spider with a tiny flashlight stuck in its belly. But here's the thing, these spiders don't glow like a light bulb. They glow like a faint glow-in-the-dark sticker. You know the kind, the ones you stick on your door and then forget about until you're trying to find your way in the dark. They're like spider stickers with legs. So, what makes them glow? Well, they're not powered by batteries or some kind of spider-powered light bulb. They're powered by something called luciferin, which is like the spider version of glow-in-the-dark paint. It's basically the spider's version of a glow stick, but with more legs and less glitter. And here's the kicker. They glow in the dark, not because they're trying to be flashy. They glow because they're trying to find their way around, like a spider with a built-in nightlight. It's like they're the only spiders who can see in the dark, but with a glowy twist. So you think you're the only one who's ever been confused about how to get from point A to point B. Well, guess what? These spiders are like the original GPS users, and you're just a human with a phone. It's kind of a big deal, honestly. Imagine if your favorite toy had a light-up feature that only worked when it was dark. That's basically what these spiders are doing. They're not just glowing for fun, they're using that light to find their way around. And here's the kicker. They're not just glowing for navigation. They're also using it to scare off predators. Like, hey, I'm not just a creepy crawly, I'm a glowing creepy crawly. So next time you're out stargazing or just trying to find your car in the dark, remember these spiders. They've been doing it for millions of years, and they're basically the OG glow-up squad. And honestly, if you're not secretly impressed by this, you're probably not paying attention. These spiders are like the unsung heroes of the night, and you're just here for the glow. Okay, so glow-in-the-dark spiders, wait, are they even real? Or is this just a thing people say after midnight? I mean, spiders glow, right? Like, do they light up like a disco ball? Or are they just, I don't know, glowing because they're sad? Let's rewind. Back when spiders were just normal spiders, they used webs, smell, and maybe a little echolocation. But then boom, some spiders got the glow up, probably by accident. Like, they ate a radioactive spider or something. Or maybe they just evolved to light up their own web to attract prey. So, glowing spiders, did they always glow, or did they start glowing after some kind of weird mutation? Maybe they were born under a full moon and just got too excited. Or maybe they're just naturally fluorescent, like some beetles or jellyfish. I mean, we're all glowing in the dark, right? Just not as much as spiders. But here's the thing, glow-in-the-dark spiders aren't just cool for show. They use their lights to attract prey, maybe even to communicate with other spiders. It's like a spider version of a neon sign. I'm here, come eat me, or I'm only, come talk to me. So, in short, glow-in-the-dark spiders are basically the dark web version of a disco ball. They light up, they attract bugs, and they probably have a whole spider culture of glowing and being seen. I didn't, but now I do. And I'm here to tell you, okay, so glow-in-the-dark spiders don't actually glow. They just absorb light and then shine like a tiny disco ball. Imagine if your favorite sock got a flashlight stuck in it and started to glow. That's basically what they do. But wait, how do they know where to go? They don't have a GPS or a map. They just follow the light like it's a road sign. It's like if your cat had a laser pointer and followed it around the house all day. And here's the funny part. They don't glow all the time. They only glow when it's dark. So it's like if your phone had a flashlight and you turned it off after midnight. It's just a little light show for when the world is asleep. So basically, these spiders are like nature's tiny nightlights. They're not super smart, but they're pretty good at finding their way around in the dark. It's kind of like if your little brother had a flashlight and you told him to find the bathroom in the dark. He'd probably just walk straight there and shine the light on the wall. In the end, glow-in-the-dark spiders are just doing their job. They're not trying to be the stars of the show. They're just trying to survive, one glowing step at a time. And honestly, I think they're pretty cool. So, first things first, these spiders aren't just glowing for the party. They've got a whole setup going on. It's like a glow stick on a tricycle, but way cooler. They're not just glowing in the dark, they're actually storing light. Think of it like a tiny solar panel, but for spiders. They're basically walking light bulbs. But wait, how do they even get the light? They eat light, kinda, like a glow stick, but with more legs and less glitter. They absorb light during the day, and then it's like a spider version of a glow up. So, they're like nature's glow sticks, but with more spider legs and less battery. They store the light like a rechargeable battery, but with more silk and less tack. And that light, it's not just for show. It's their GPS, their flashlight, their way to see in the dark. They're like spiders with a glowing compass, but more spooky. Okay, so once the spider has this glowing stuff, it needs to actually use it. Think of it like a tiny flashlight, but instead of batteries, it's powered by moonlight. It's kind of like a spider wearing a neon vest at a blacklight party. But here's the kicker. It's not just glowing, it's also reflecting light. So it's like a spider with a mirror on its back. It's not making light, it's bouncing it around like a disco ball. That's how it sees where it's going. And guess what? It's not just the body that glows. Some spiders have glowing hairs or patterns on their legs. It's like they're wearing glow-in-the-dark socks and a tutu. Totally stylish and totally useful. But here's the funny part. The glowing doesn't last forever. It's like a spider with a glow stick that slowly fades. So they have to be smart about when and where they use their glow. It's like a dimmer switch for survival. And finally, they don't just glow to see, they glow to communicate. Like a spider with a neon sign that says I'm hungry or I'm a love bug. It's like a spider text message in the dark. Okay, so they're not just glowing like a nightlight. They're actually using the light to find their way. It's like a spider version of a compass, but with bioluminescence. They're not looking at the light like it's a signpost. They're actually using it to find the darkest spots. Think of it like a spider with a flashlight and a map of shadows. The glow helps them find the safest places to hide, kind of like a spider with a neon sign that says I'm not a threat, I'm just glowing. It's not like they're using the light to see, they're using it to feel the direction of the light. Like a spider that knows where the sun is without looking. So they're not just glowing for show, they're actually using it to navigate like a spider with a built-in nightlight. Pretty cool, right? So here's the real trick. It's not about glowing like a neon sign. It's about sensing light in a way that's kind of like a spider's version of a nightlight. These spiders actually have special cells in their eyes that can detect very low levels of light. Kind of like how your phone can take a photo in the dark. But here's the funny part, glow in the dark isn't how they navigate. They're just using light to find their way, not glowing like a disco ball. So the real science is about sensing, not shining. It's like using a nightlight to find your way home, not turning into a glowing spider. In the end, it's not about being flashy, it's about being smart with the little light you have. And that's how these spiders don't get lost in the dark. Quick word from our sponsor. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, take a look at the Stanley Quencher 40 Oz tumbler. There's a link and a QR code on screen right now, and in the description below. Alright, back to it. It's like if your phone flashlight was also a spider, and it's trying to find the exit. But the light's flickering, and it's also trying to avoid the other spiders who are also using flashlights. It's like if you had a glow stick attached to your shoe, and you were trying to walk through a dark room, but you kept tripping over other glow sticks and spiders. In the end, it's not about being the brightest, it's about being the one who remembers the path, even when everything else is dark. So here's the thing, I swear this is real. They don't just glow, they actually use that glow to find their way around. It's like a tiny flashlight built into their body. Imagine if you were a spider and you had a little light show going on. You'd probably get lost, but they don't. They use the glow to navigate like a compass. It's not just about light. They also use other cues like the texture of the wall or the temperature. It's like having a superpower, but also a really weird sense of direction. Scientists think this glowing helps them avoid predators or find mates. It's like a secret language only spiders can read. So even though it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, it's actually real. And that's just one of the many weird things about spiders. Next time you see a glowing spider, remember, it's not just glowing. It's like a tiny superhero with a light show and a sense of direction. Thanks for watching. If you like this, drop a like, and if you didn't, maybe you're a spider. So here's the thing. Glow-in-the-dark spiders don't actually glow. They just absorb light and then slowly glow like a nightlight. It's like if your phone had a glow stick in the back and you left it in the dark for an hour. Some people think they glow because they're super stealthy, but no, they're just super good at hiding. It's not like they're made of neon. They're just very low-key. The real glow is from the chemicals in their body, called luciferin. It's like if your fridge had a glow-in-the-dark label and you forgot to turn it off. But it's way cooler. But wait, they don't use their glow to navigate. They use their legs, their eyes, and sometimes even the moon. Glow is more for scaring predators or impressing other spiders, not a navigation tool. So, to recap, they don't glow for navigation. They glow because they're like, I'm not going to be seen by anyone. And that's not a bad strategy. In fact, it's kind of brilliant. So here's another myth. Glow-in-the-dark spiders use their glow to find their way. Like, they're basically spider lanterns, right? But nope, that's not how it works. They don't actually light up to navigate. They just light up to look cool. Or maybe to scare off predators. It's like a spider with a neon sign saying I'm not a regular spider. So they're not glowing to navigate. They're just glowing to stand out. Like a spider with a neon sign that says don't eat me, I'm glowing. So the next time you see a glowing spider, just know they're not using their glow as a map. They're using it as a spotlight, or maybe a warning sign. Either way, they're not lost. So you're probably thinking, wait, do glow-in-the-dark spiders even live in my house? Well, no, not really. But you definitely have glowing stuff in your house. Like your phone, your fridge, your alarm clock, those all glow in the dark, just not with spider legs. In fact, if you look closely, your laptop screen might be glowing too. It's like a tiny spider glowing in your lap. But instead of chasing mosquitoes, it's chasing your cursor. And here's the kicker, your phone's flashlight is basically a mini glowing spider. It shines light, but it's not really a spider. But if you squint, it kind of looks like one. So even though you don't have glowing spiders in your house, you have glowing things that do things like spiders. Like, they light up, they move around, and sometimes they even make you feel like you're in a sci-fi movie. So, in a way, you're surrounded by glow-in-the-dark spiders. Just not the spider kind, just the thin kind. And if you ever see a real glow-in-the-dark spider, you'll know it's like a tiny glowing superhero. So here's a real-life example that goes surprisingly hard. Imagine you're a glow-in-the-dark spider, and you're trying to find your way home in the dark. You're not just glowing, you're also trying to avoid getting eaten by a bigger spider. You think, I can use my glow to find my way. But how do I know which way is safe? It's like trying to navigate a maze with a flashlight, but the flashlight is also a target. Then you realize, wait, I'm not just glowing, I'm also emitting light in different patterns. Maybe I'm using it like a traffic light to signal other spiders. But then you hit a problem. Your glow is too bright for your own good. You're like a disco ball in a dark room, everyone notices you, and now you're the center of attention. Which is bad if you're trying to sneak past the big spider. So you end up doing what all smart glow-in-the-dark spiders do. You glow just enough to see, but not enough to get noticed. It's like being a stealthy flashlight in a dark room, visible, but not a target. So, we're not just talking about glowing spiders here, we're talking about spiders that glow so hard. They're like the spider version of a disco ball. Imagine if a spider had a light-up party hat and nobody told it to turn off the lights. These spiders are so glowy, they've set a world record for the brightest spider ever. It's like if a glow stick had a baby with a spider and the baby grew up to be a superhero. Scientists think they glow not just for show, but to communicate with other spiders. It's like a spider Morse code, but with bioluminescence instead of dots and dashes. And here's the kicker. They glow in the dark, but they're still super good at navigating. It's like having a built-in flashlight and a GPS all at once. Pretty much a spider with a glow up. So, next time you see a glowing spider, don't just stare, ask it if it's got a light-up job, or if it's just being extra glowy for the drama. So, imagine you're a glow-in-the-dark spider, and somehow your glow dies mid-web. You're like a disco ball that just got unplugged. Now you're stuck in the dark, trying to find your way home, but you're basically a spider with a broken flashlight. You're not just lost, you're also probably hungry. Your glow is your GPS and your dinner bell all in one. Now you're just a spider with a really bad sense of direction and a growl in your stomach. Worse, your glow might have been attracting predators. Now that you're dark, you're like a spider-shaped meatball in a jungle. You're not just lost, you're now a target. But here's the thing, spiders don't have a GPS, so they're not just lost. They're using other tricks, like sensing vibrations or using the stars. But if all your tools fail, you're basically a spider with a meltdown. So, in short, if your glow dies, you're not just lost, you're a spider with a broken light, a growling stomach, and a death wish. But hey, at least you're not glowing anymore. That's a win. So you think glow-in-the-dark spiders are like some kind of ninja stealth squad? Well, they're not. They're just, like, the worst at finding their way in the dark. Imagine if your GPS only worked when you had a flashlight, but you forgot to turn it on. They don't have night vision or radar or any of that cool stuff. They're just really, really bad at not getting lost. Like, if you tried to walk in the dark with no lights and no map, you'd be in the same boat. So yeah, glow-in-the-dark spiders are like the universe's worst example of I'm visible, but I'm still lost. They're not stealthy, they're not smart, they're just glowy and confused. So next time you see a glowing spider, just remember, it's not a secret agent. It's just a spider with a glow stick and a terrible sense of direction. And that's kind of adorable. So, how did humans even figure out that glow-in-the-dark spiders use their own light to navigate? Well, it turned out scientists had to do a bunch of weird experiments with creepy crawlies and flashlights. They basically watched spiders in the dark and then gave them a little light, like a mini disco for arachnids. And guess what? The spiders started moving differently, like they were dancing to a new beat. Turns out the spiders are using their own faint glow to see the web, like a tiny nightlight. It's kind of like how you might use a nightlight to find your way in the dark, but with 8 legs and a glowy body. Scientists even did experiments where they blocked the spider's glow and saw them get lost, like trying to find your way home without a light at a pitch-black room. Total nightmare for the spider. So yeah, we figured this out by basically giving spiders a light show and watching them dance their way through the dark. It's science, but with a side of creepy crawlies and a sprinkle of glow. So, imagine if a spider had a really bad sense of direction and also a very strong urge to glow in the dark. That's basically what happens in these weird edge cases where glow-in-the-dark spiders are in completely dark places. They're like, I glow, but I can't see anything. What's the plan? Quick word from our sponsor. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, take a look at the Kindle Paperwhite e-reader. There's a link and a QR code on screen right now, and in the description below. Alright, back to it. The spiders are like the ultimate night owls, but they also have this weird glow that's more of a I'm here, but I can't see vibe. It's like if a firefly tried to navigate a pitch-black cave and just started blinking like a confused disco ball. And here's the real kicker. They're still trying to hunt, but they can't see their prey. So they're like, I can glow, but I can't see. How do I even find food? It's like being a flashlight that also has poor eyesight. In some cases, these spiders might actually use their glow to communicate with other spiders. Like, hey, I'm here, but I can't see you. Can you help me?